labda iwewe sio Maafrika baada ya yote. Your African identity is not authentic. If kabla ya kuendelea, wacha tuhakikishe maneno kadhaa katika kichwa hiki kwa Kiingereza. Kitambulisho Maafrika halisi kama. Before we proceed, we want to verify a number of words that are included in this title. By African, we are not referring to the continent only, but to every melanin dominant human being that walks on the earth today. What do we mean by identity? The most well-known identity theorist is psychologist Erik Erikson. In his most popular book, Identity, Youth and Crisis, published in 1968, Erikson also claimed that identity is a product of our environment, but he expanded the theory a little bit, and that it includes not only the people we interact with, but also the clothes we wear, the food we eat, and the music we listen to. We are going to continue to expand this into our cultural identity issues, physical attributes, and other propositions that we are going to show that your African identity is not authentic if a certain number of conditions are not met. The word authentic traditionally referred to any work of art that is original, not a copy. Being authentic, according to Webster's dictionary, is when someone or something is authentic. They are real, actual, and not false or imitation, and or they are true to their own personality, spirit, or character. So that's what we want to look at today as we look at your African identity. The use of the word if infers that this is a conditional statement or title, because there is a possibility that certain circumstances, events, or situations may materialize, or might be happening, or might have happened, hence disqualifying the normative state. In other words, you are not authentic and you are not an African, even though you have got dark or black or melaninated skin. That is, you are not a race authentic. So it is crucial to be sure that your melanin dominant nature is authentic, that it is race congruent and an exact reality, as well as an extension of your independent ancestral identity. Therefore, if you are following Jesus Christ, you are not connected to Jesus Christ by any biological means or by creation. Therefore, you are not authentic if you are following either Jesus Christ and then you claim to be a Muntu or a Bantu or an African. You are not an African. You are an African only with the skin that you are wearing. However, if you are a born-again, Jesus-loving Christian, or a follower of the Khazarian religion or Islam, and practicing Indian yoga or meditation or Kabbalah or anything that is not Ubuntu cultural act, you are not an African other than your melanin dominant skin only. This is a very serious matter that you have to think about very seriously. If you whiten your skin, if you whiten your mind, if you entertain alien philosophies like capitalism, socialism, communism, or democracy, or even if you vote or any dictatorships, or if you accept any vaccinations or any tablets that changes your skin or your brain or your thinking, you are not an authentic African. You are something else. If you identify yourself by using continent, African countries that were created by the Berlin Conference, if you call yourself by those names, like I'm a Zambian, I'm a South African, I'm a Zimbabwean, I'm a Nigerian, I'm a South Sudanese, or anything, you are authenticating the Berlin Conference. Therefore, you are not an African by any means. If you belong to a political party, either the African National Congress, the ZANU-PF, or Jubilee Party or any other party anywhere on earth, and if you vote in an election, you are not an authentic African. You are something else. You only have the skin as color only. Even if your premise of an African identity is based on historical, cultural, and psychological factors, you still may not be an African, because these are factors that are weak constituencies of identity, because they will never glue you to the real identity in moments of severe crisis, like the destruction of your DNA or the destruction of your continent or your race, and only situations that challenges your moral or communitarian threats. One of the fateful illusions among blacks, according to Chancellor Williams in his book The Destruction of Black Civilization, is that the white world does not know about the very weak areas in the race which are the basis for its power and control over them. When we reach the point where we begin to seek out and turn the searchlight on the things that divide and hold us back, at that point the white oppressors will have reason to tremble. So the white man stays on alert, keeping a sharp lookout for any signs of strength, and developing among the blacks, exploring for real obstacles to unity, would be a disturbing sign of growing strength. So disunity planted by religion like Islam, Christianity, Khazarian Judaism, or any other xenophobic ideas that define another African as foreign in any part of Africa, that is, you are not identifying yourself as an African. You are not authentic. You are just a pawn. So, as strategic features that come up is history, when according to a Sumer legend, the question was asked, what became of the black people of Sumer? A traveler asked an old man, for all ancient records show that the people of Sumer were black. What happened to them? The old man sighed. They lost their history, and so they died. So your African identity is not authentic even if your African identity brings up your origins. Your African identity is not authentic even if you use social sciences like anthropology, linguistic, ethnology, physical and cultural archaeology to dig up your history or your knowledge about yourself. Even if you improve your economics, even you know your history, your philosophy, political science or psychology or sociology, still these can never reveal how you can have an authentic identity even of your melanin dominant human nature. Even if African identity brings up our origins, cultures and development, the colonial motivated alienation of the African mind still will play a major role in the moral crisis, corruption, war and anarchy. Disunity, as we already indicated above, of melanin dominant humans makes it impossible for our true identity to manifest. The problem of an authentic African identity is twofold. First, our rich moral inheritance has been destroyed of its dignity, discipline, diligence, faithfulness, honesty, and sound integrity by all the systems we elaborated on above. Wrong religion, wrong education, wrong geography, wrong history, and wrong political ideologies destroys us all. This has educated us with blinding ignorance. Hence we spew out intolerance of anything authentically African. We will show what it is, and you will realize, you will cringe and run away from it. In that state, it is easy to accept and defend alien Western doctrines which are inappropriate for our beingness. Even if we say reclaim and live Ubuntu through the way of Mahati to restore your Bantu identity, which is your power, you resist because of Christianity, Judaism, Islam, democracy, and many other current ideologies we perpetually use, and they have become like a flywheel effect to destroy the melanin dominant self, the continent, and the brotherhood amongst ourselves, thus creating a race of the poorest humans on earth and in the world, despite living in locations endowed with the richest and natural human resources. Therefore, who then has an authentic African identity? It is anyone who seriously revere their ancestors to the point of having their spirit manifest and dwelling inside them. Therefore, these are authentic Africans. Inside them, they are the spirit of their ancestors. Now, the second aspect of who then is an authentic African is that they have made room within their lives to entertain as many Bantu divinities as they can. They have authenticated these paramount real-time existences, and inside them there is the absence and the non-existence of the spirit of Jesus or the worship of Allah. They can then come about and they claim that their religion is Ubuntu Ma'ati consciousness, that their spirituality is also Ubuntu Ma'ati consciousness, and that they have a vision and an inspiration from their ancestors as well as from the divinities. It is this then that makes you an authentic Muntu, an authentic melanin dominant human being. It is very, very clear that there are very few authentic true Africans. Billions are only melanin dominant in their skins, but their brain has been programmed to think and to fashion an identity that is not truly Muntu. What about you? What about you? If you realize you are an African in skin only, but you desire to be like one who is an authentic African or melanin dominant human, send us your email and we will share more details. Find out how historical truisms turbocharges your consciousness today. This is our email, and also you can visit us on our website. Subscribe to our website and our channel. This preacher Rabbi Elon Dumizulu saying, are you an authentic African, or you are just a melanin dominant human in skin only? Till we meet again, think about that. Have a great day. Asante sana. Salani kahle. Siyabonga tatenda.